Hello, everyone. I'm ZHAO Chuang. Today, let's draw a Confuciusornis. Confuciusornis is a very famous genus of birds. A very important feature was that they had very long tail feathers, which might have had brighter patterns at the ends. Their tail feathers were very long, so when drawing, we must pay attention to the proportions of the bird in the picture. If we don't pay attention to its body proportions, the tail may go out of paper. Now, let's draw it. Confuciusornis had very long wings and tail feathers. When drawing, in order to make sure the proportions are appropriate, we have to determine the scope of the picture at the beginning. Their wings were very long, and if the wings in the picture are this long, its head should be in this position, its body this big, and the rest are the very long tail feathers. After determining these basic points, we can draw it within this range. First, we draw its head. Confuciusornis had very big beaks that looked a bit like crows. On some specimens, we can see that. The feathers on the top of their heads were very long, so we can draw some longer feathers on the top of its head. They had relatively round eyes and then the nostrils. Confuciusornis is one of the earliest beaked birds found in the world, so we draw the beak. They had very streamlined body, with the neck and belly joined together, and the legs should be in this position. The belly shape was very streamlined. Then they had feathers on the neck, which looked thicker. The neck and back should be in a line, but we can't draw it because this part is blocked by the wings. Before drawing the wings, we need to understand their internal structure. From here to this position is the humerus, which is equivalent to the human upper arm. And this section is the forearm, which consists of the ulna and radius, with its hand in this position. We can draw the outline first. Confuciusornis had very big hands. This is the location of its thumb, which had a very big curved claw. Its index and middle fingers were covered with feathers. We could see a little nail on the second finger. Then down this range are its feathers. Let's draw the anterior outline of its wings first, and determine the position of its wings so that we won't draw the shape wrong. We can draw some feathers on the arms and the inside of the wings. Then we draw its flight feathers, which were its secondary feathers. The bird feathers are composed of two parts, the primary feathers attached to the arms, and the secondary feathers attached to the palms. The secondary feathers were more pointed and longer, while the primary feathers were rounder. We can show the veins a little, all facing the direction of this palm. Near the palm were some relatively small feathers, similar to fluff, which could be drawn a few more layers to make it full of levels. Let's draw the other wing and the outline. Then there are its claws. Next, let's draw its legs. The legs were actually in a squat state. The pelvis is here, the thighs are here, and the calves are like this, which is equivalent to human squatting. So the bird legs we usually see are actually their calves. Then let's draw its feet. This part is equivalent to the instep, and the entire sole of the human feet. The bird feet we usually refer to are actually just their toes. Birds usually have 4 toes. The big toe and then 3 other toes. There is a big difference between bird feet and dinosaur feet. That is, many bird feet have to be able to grasp things, because they need to land in trees. At the end of their tails were relatively short feathers, and they didn't have tail fans like many other birds. Next, let's draw their very long tail feathers. Male Confuciusornis had very long streamer-like tail feathers, which is a great feature of them. The ends of the tail feathers were slightly inflated, and looked a bit like peacock plumes. Good, like this, we've finished drawing this Confuciusornis.